So anyways, we're going to go ahead and get started here in a second. It looks like, who do we got up here? Let's actually take a quick look. They're about to badge in, I think.
I know we have Sonny on the right side here on the player 2 cab. I'm not familiar with the person on the left.
Yeah, let's see.
But this is definitely going to be a good match at this level.
Absolutely. Once again, you're here at the Big Deal 5. You've got CramP rocking with you for the next hour and a half-ish.
Settle in because it's going to be fun.
Yeah, until they kick us off. And, you know, special shout out to you for helping us host the stream. This is yours, right?
Thank you. Yes, it is.
You know, if you like what you see here, if you like the production quality, you know, give your girl a follow. So let's you know, definitely support. So yeah, Feathers, this is wild. Like it really is, and it's going to be very interesting. I'm interested to see what they pick as a warm-up. Like, how do you even warm up to knowing that you have to hop in as Rise as One for your first song of the day, right? Sonny's over here poking with us. Hey, what up?
Sonny peeking over the monitor, trying to take a look at the competition from my point of view.
Yep.
But he had a big smile on his face, so we're hoping he's ready to put on a good show.
Absolutely. So a couple shout-outs in chat while we're here waiting. You know, morning Juju, good seeing you there. Morning Loveless, morning Shupa, morning Adrian. So thanks for joining us over here. They are going to go ahead and get badged in right now.
It looks like our players are carding in and entering their pins.
And y'all can hear it. So if there's any adjustments for audio, you know, again, by all means, please feel free to let us know.
Say something in the chat to let us know so that we can adjust accordingly.
Yep, absolutely.
We did actually turn our cab audio up this morning so that people can hear, because at this point, you know, it definitely gets loud in here, and it helps so that everyone can hear.
Well, and you'd also probably rather listen to the music than,
I agree, than us.
Yeah, that's okay. We'll try not to muck it up too much, but, you know, no guarantees, because, you know, we have a tendency to start some
my
stuff.
buddy Dusk over here to the left of me, we have a very friendly competition. He's been my best friend for many years.
And there's nobody I'd rather be on the mics with here. I've been looking forward to this all weekend, so let's get this started.
All right, well, let's see.
What do you pick as a warm-up here? Like, okay, they're going to the 14s. They're going to conserve a little bit of energy.
I'm going to say something that's going to be, you know, pretty fast just to get the blood flowing.
Yeah.
It looks like they've been dense flyer.
Nice.
Which is definitely a faster chart and really good for warming up the legs.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Especially when you're about to jump into Rise as One at the 180 mark. You don't want to burn off too much energy first go round here. So while they're getting their mod set here, yeah, you can see, like, I just saw Constant was over there already set, so it'll be interesting to see here. Sonny reading at a slightly faster pace, 6:39 it looks like he's done. Alrighty.
First stage.
So it looks like Kebby and Sonny are going to go ahead and warm up here with Dense Flyer. And we'll go ahead and get our little score adapter over here for you.
And remember, folks, this is just a warm-up for these players. But, you know, we'll definitely see some interesting match coming up.
So I want to give a quick shout out for those of you who are unaware while they're warming up here. You know, we had a very awesome member of the community, Zividen, hop in and program this wonderful score tracker right in the middle that you're seeing there. We did a demo of it for Heroes for Charity in December. Worked out some even bigger bugs. You've been seeing it in use all weekend, but it's really incredible, you know, for us to be able to just quickly see who's ahead, right? So Sonny being up by the 670 XCs is right now. By the way, these pads look great. Like they're operating great. So kudos to our round one staff again for
I
doing
was actually working with the round one techs this morning to dial in our K cab over here. So we're hoping that, you know, both cabs perform amicably together.
All right. So we are getting some feedback in the chat that the cab level is too loud.
Okay, we can go ahead and turn
It has to be blaring to hear the commentary. Okay. So thank you, Todd, for that. Please let us know. All right. So mic's a little bit low on your side. We'll go ahead and turn it up slightly. You want to go ahead and
I
test?
hope you can hear me a little better. Test on mic 2. Let me know if that's a little bit better. If I'm too loud, we can adjust and bring me down.
Yep.
So both players
I think that's the first time I've heard
warm-up.
anybody say that you were too quiet.
I know that's the first
Right.
for me as well.
That's
Oh,
first, yeah.
absolutely. Both players warming up very well, but it looks like DDR KEBY is ahead at the moment. But like I said, this doesn't matter.
Sonny. Oh, no, he did take the lead, yeah.
He did a little while ago.
No, Sonny's still ahead. I think we're reading the tracker wrong. So it's,
I believe we are. We'll see as the match goes on.
There you go.
Very good full combo from both players on the warm-up.
I
am a little hoarse today. Yes, I've been yelling a lot this weekend.
It's been a weekend, definitely.
It has.
In between. So, all right. So 16-14. Going
to 1585.
No, of course that's warm-ups, right? Sometimes you're just getting a feel for the pad. You're waking your legs up, everything else. But look at this. I mean, this is going to be absolutely wild to see. So
up next,
it looks
we
like
got Sick.
So if we're looking at this right, so you got a 935. Yeah, you got a 935 for Kebby, and then like Sonny's got a AAA on it. So
we can't take that to heart in these tournaments because some players do like to play on a burner card as they play, and those card scores don't necessarily mean anything when it comes to tournaments. It's anyone's game, and anything can happen here.
Absolutely. Thanks, Todd, for helping us correct that. So hopefully the rest of the listening experience goes well for everyone.
Will be as
special shout out to Glitch and Win. Look who you got in the chat. You're
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
And I just want to really quick give a special shout out to Glitch Out, who took care of the stream graphics for the DDR streams at the last minute. Did a wonderful job. But let's get into this match.
Yep. All right, so here we go. We're going to start off really, really. All right, both players keeping the PFC through the first slowdown.
This is going to be a very close match. Sonny at this moment is only up by 5 EX points.
And you can see that constant mod being used over there. Watching it on Keby's side, yeah, Sonny's also using it over there.
I really wish you could see the players on the pads at the moment. Both are locked in and very determined looks on their faces.
Oh, wow. Oh, no, Keby drops it after the first break points. Sonny seems to be pulling ahead a little bit, but again, on these 18s, it's anybody's game.
Absolutely, because this chart especially coming up here, there's a very tricky section that can throw off a lot of players.
Looks like Sonny's absolutely locking in after a few missteps there. He's only -2 EX. He's -5 now off of this PB, so goes into the slowdown.
Both players seem to be holding strong in the slowdown, but it looks like Sonny's a little bit ahead on MA at this point.
And here's where those brutal step jumps come into play.
Step jumps are very difficult, especially at this speed.
Sonny's locked in, but Keby's not giving up.
We like to see it at this level, absolutely.
And the nice thing about the format of this tournament is that irrelevant of the actual EX scores of the songs themselves, they are based off of a ranking point system. So Keby's not only trying to beat Sonny's score here, but others have to beat his 1795 as well. So, there's a very high possibility that they can get. So, Glitch, you already know. You already know who it is on the mics. So we'll hop after we get done with this match. We'll hop back over as the players badge in again. So.
Again, these players are going to be playing 5 songs in this draw. Up next, coming up, we have Sick.
Yep, Sick ESP.
Yeah, Sick ESP, and I believe that is an 18 from my point of view.
Oh no, 16.
16.
16.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
I was correct.
No worries. Yeah, Rises 1's the only 18 in here, but like I will say, Sick crossover chart from 2DX, Tricoro. I am a huge Eagle fan. I love that almost dubsteppy version of Chorus K music. Absolutely incredibly talented artist. The Eagle alias, one of the best. So you can see again, we've got that SoFlame coming into play. Speed changes. Sorry, from the 2DX terminology from the 2DX song.
Our BPA changes between 88 and 177. Not necessarily a huge jump, but it can definitely prove difficult for both players.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, Glitch. Dusk. I'm Dusk. I'm on the mic over here. So, all right. So here we go with Sick.
Starting strong in the slowdown for both players.
Keby taking an early lead here, but again, it's anybody's game.
Kebby is also only up by 1 EX point. Oh, they're tied up.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Just, you can see the flickers go back and forth.
Absolutely nailing the first section. Both players really locked in right now.
Right in the first slowdown, Keby's starting to make some ground up. We had a double-digit lead at one point, but now he's taking the lead in the slowdown.
Sonny absolutely nailing the slowdown.
Oh, wow,
players are
this is
locked
incredible.
in.
All right, so coming out of the slowdown, it looks like Keby's taking that and going into the next one. Oh, and Sonny's fighting back. Yo, you are going to see some heavyweight matches.
Going to be close. When we get to this level of play,
Yep.
the determination that these players show and just how close these matches can come is a real treat to watch.
What's wild is it seems like Keby's hitting the slowdowns better, and then Sonny takes it back
It's
briefly.
really push and give at this point.
Yep. Oh, but Sonny drops the freeze there. He's going to have to do some serious MA to catch up in this back third of the song.
Absolutely, but he's definitely putting up a fight with only a 10 to 15 lead difference here.
Oh, we're back to a single-digit lead. Let's see what happens.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Keby's holding on. Can he close it out? No, Sonny just took it briefly, but then Sonny dropped a few. We're gonna have a photo finish here. Oh no, Sonny took it back.
Push and go at this point, folks. Look at how close these EX scores are sitting.
In the last drill, oh,
It looks
Kebby
like
struggles.
It looks like Kebby takes this one. But very close match.
Well done by both players. And this
Triple
is
A.
this is how razor thin the margins are, right? At this level of play. And so yeah, like you definitely saw it right there, right off the bat. We're warming up, right? But with Rises 1 is the very first song. You know, I really don't blame anybody who would look at that and be like,
Oh,
okay,
absolutely not.
you know, like I'm gonna do my best, but it's an 18 for the first song of the day. Like I got
And when
one
you're playing
warm-up song.
gold,
Yeah.
it's very hard to get warmed up here. We're warming up on our gold DDR cap, and it's very hard to get into warm up because there's so many pools coming up today, and people are trying to, get their warm up in before their matches.
Absolutely.
And it can be difficult.
Absolutely. Yeah, shout out to the Boopy Hat. Like, yep. We're on Fizz's stream, so we got to rock the mascot, right? So, while they're badging in, we want to definitely give a couple of shout outs because what a weekend it's been at the Big Deal 5, right?
Yes, it's been
I mean,
very-
the energy, the competition, it's unforgettable moments across the board. We've had so many of them so far. We can't wait to share them in a post up with all of you. But we're not done yet. And if you need a second win, like I do this morning, grab yourself a Red Bull. Yeah, I mean, look at these. Look at these beautiful Red Bull Zero
Let
cans.
me give you the little close up of the can.
Yeah, look at that. Look at
Red
that
Bull
beautiful
Zero
silver.
powering the street.
Let's finish Big Deal 5 on a high note. Keep the energy up. Enjoy the moments. And remember, Red Bull always gives you wings.
My favorite Red Bull, just out of context, will be the pink one. It is so delicious.
That's one of the newer ones, right?
Yes,
the
it is.
wild
It's
berry?
one of their newest flavors. Very smooth, very delicious.
Yeah. Okay, let's be careful whenever you're jumping out the window. Like, I mean, I guess the wings will come in handy, but for liability purposes, we are going to state that in the chat that is a joke.
That is highly not recommended.
That is highly not recommended.
And it looks like we're coming up on the 16 of Monkey Business. This song is very difficult at the 16 level. A lot of drills. Constant could really come into play here and breaking up that section.
Yeah, definitely one of the top tier 16s as far as MA is concerned. Absolute banger. Again, Course K is coming through.
Course K never misses.
Never misses with Sick and Monkey Business now.
You'll see in the beginning quite a few stops as
Yep.
well, which makes this chart very difficult to time.
Yep.
Let's see what both players can do with it.
Chart knowledge definitely comes into play, but at this high level, you would almost expect it, right? Oh, locked in. First stop.
1 EX point at this point.
Second.
It's up.
Third. Both players keeping the BFC going.
Beautiful play from both. It looks like Sonny has a
Oh, it looks like Sonny dropped a few. Yep.
commentator's curse.
Oh no, I think that may have had a pad error on that actually. Sonny was looking down in frustration about it, so and you can see right here with his MA.
And here comes the drill part. This part is very difficult to time at this speed.
And this is where that constant mod, you can kind of see exactly what we were talking about earlier with it, you know, it's kind of fading in.
On Sonny's side, especially with the fade in, it's a little more noticeable.
Yeah.
It breaks up that section so that you can read it a little better.
And here we go, out of the slowdown. We'll see what happens. So KEBY has a 31 EX advantage, which is interesting. I am wondering if something is going on over here. We might have somebody take a look. But Sonny's still fighting through it. Like, at the end of the day, Sonny's still a competitor. He's still going to fight through no matter what's going on with the pad or anything. He's going to continue.
An absolutely strong player who never gives up in tournaments or in any gameplay for that matter.
Yep.
KEBY holding strong on that full combo. Looking very clean on the drills. This slowdown is tricky to time. And we're running into the final drills with the
It
song.
looks like KEBY might get the full combo here. Yep. Full
KEBY
combo
with
for
the full
KEBY over
combo.
here. So 67 EX. So
Good fight from Sonny, absolutely.
Yeah.
He may be having some pad issues from what I could see on my end. You know,
Yep.
Sonny did look a little frustrated looking down at this point.
yeah, definitely when you look at that, you know, at this level, you,
Wow,
you start
one
to be
great.
concerned,
I
right?
just noticed that too. Thank you, Ambones. One great from KEBY on that. That song is very difficult to PFC.
That is incredible.
Which is a perfect full combo.
So is that a PB? Yeah, that's the 30 EX or 30 score PB for KEBY there. So shout outs, like anytime you get a PB in a tournament, right?
It's very difficult
That is so
to get
difficult
PB
to
in the
do.
tournament.
So yeah, definite shout out there.
And I'd like to also take the time to thank another one of our sponsors.
Yeah, we'll take a quick minute, right?
While the players are getting ready here, I'd like to make a shout out to Kai's, the life-changing bar. Here we are on Sunday at the Big Deal, and here we want to thank Kai's Bars for keeping us fueled throughout the weekend. With only 10 to 5 clean ingredients and 10 grams of protein, these bars offer a smooth, delicious taste that powers us through this event. Beyond nutrition, their commitment to changing lives through food service and charity sets them apart. Discover more at kaisconcepts.com and see how you can fuel your best while making a difference. Kai's Bars, nutrition with purpose.
Yeah, shout out to Guys Bars. They are a fantastic supporter of the rhythm game and dance game community. Delicious bars. We had a few in registration yesterday.
They're absolutely delicious.
They are absolutely delicious. Yeah.
Concertino and Blue coming
All right, here
up
we go.
now.
Another 16 with some speed changes, so we'll be interested. Like, there's speed changes all over the place in this
It
one,
seems
right?
that this card draw was very heavy with speed changes in this
Yep.
round.
All right, both players locking in neck and neck to start out as we cross over the 50 combo.
I don't want a commentator's curse, but KEBY holding strong on that PFC.
Yep.
Sonny,
Oh, drill.
Sonny,
You did it.
I did. I commentator's curse. It looks like our lead is with KEBY.
All right,
Step
all right.
off. We have
all
a
right,
step
time
off
out.
from KEBY.
Step off. So, no,
No,
step
Sonny,
off from
excuse
Sonny,
me.
yeah. We're going to see what's going on there. But KEBY's continuing to keep his combo going.
If you'll excuse me, I'm going to step off the mic.
Yeah,
and
go
give a
ahead.
hand.
Go ahead. No worries. I'm going to go ahead and take over here as on the commentary solo for a quick minute. So you can see KEBY here just absolutely locked in on these drills, keeping the combo going. Absolutely fabulous MA.
I was just informed that Sonny is okay. Looks like that they just had a major muscle cramp. They're sitting next to me on the floor here, but it looks like they're going to be okay.
Yep. So while Sonny's getting checked out for that, we've got KEBY continuing with his full combo over here. The MA in the middle was absolutely marvelous. And here's where that tricky part where you get that
Here's the
slight
slowdown.
slowdown,
It's a minor BPM change, but it definitely makes a difference.
and it will throw you off because you can tell constant wasn't even really coming into play for KEBY during
And the
that.
full combo for KEBY.
Got the full combo. Well done. 6 greats, full combo for KEBY. That's going to be a solid score to beat on Concertino and Blue. We're gonna see what's going on. I don't know if we're just going to go ahead and move on with Smash here. They're going to figure this out.
KEBY has
Sonny-
taken a break, or not
Yeah.
KEBY, excuse me, Sonny has taken a break at this point, and KEBY, in amazing sportsmanship, has stepped off the pad to help
Yeah.
Sonny and to make sure that he's okay
Yeah, that's
before we
what this
continue.
is about, right? So it looks like Sonny's going to get some help. Go take a look and see what's happening with his leg. Sonny's an amazing competitor. We got a lot of
Absolutely
love.
player.
We definitely got nothing but love and support for Sonny, leaving it all out
Everybody,
there on the pad.
let's see some love in the chat for Sonny for
Yeah.
pushing their hardest.
Absolutely. Sonny, Sonny, Sonny. Let's get some Sonnies in the chat.
Sonny. Let's see some Sonnies in the chat.
Some sun emojis would be
Some
pretty
sun
fire.
emojis would be
Let's see that.
fantastic.
All right, so while they're figuring out here, I think Keby's going to go ahead and play Smash
It does
ESP.
look like Keby is going to finish out the set.
So we'll get back over there here shortly. We'll go ahead and switch back over there. Shout out to these automations, by the way. You know, aside from us having to move occasionally back over to commentator, like this is so interesting. It feels so much like a true esports production. And
It
so
does at this point.
shout
We've
out to
had
the
some-
stream team because it's been amazing.
We've had some wonderful commentators as well that I'd not like to leave out in that shout out. Everyone has been very professional on the mics for the most part, and
Yeah.
you know, keeping this tournament running and keeping y'all informed.
Yep. So Smash, a newer song from A3, absolute banger. But you can see BPM changes again.
Between
So
80 and 238.
yep,
Sorry, is that a
239. Yeah.
239. My eyes are not the best.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
absolutely is a real esports production. Like, you know, but just seeing the amount of difference between, you know, where we were at, you know, just even during the pandemic, right, and seeing where the stream quality was to now, it's really cool. So yeah, ITG Burner, he had a muscle cramp, so he is off the pad. At this point, we're going to figure out if this is a temporary thing, if he's going to be able to get back up, or
We'll try to keep you informed on
Yeah.
the condition of Sonny, but we're really hoping here at the Big Deal 5 that he's doing well.
yeah, he's questionable to return is probably the best way to put it at this point.
It
So
looks like Keby is going to go ahead and play
Yep.
Smash. Let's see what happens. This chart is very difficult for speed changes and stops.
yes.
Very clean beginning from
Yeah,
Keby.
PFC's it through the first 50.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for your feedback on the streams. Holding steady on that combo.
Yep.
Very good from Keby.
So here we go into the 12s.
First slowdown.
Picks up one great. There's another. So 2 greats so far. 3. But he,
Still
and I'm going
holding
to stop
strong.
counting them.
Yeah, let's not count.
Yeah.
We don't want to do, you know, another commentator's curse, but
Right.
holding steady on that great full combo. Looking very good. Clean form.
Especially during these slowdowns.
Very focused.
Keby is absolutely locked in right now. Would not be surprised to see another GFC, maybe an SDG here. And here we go into the runs.
It does look like that Keby is using, you know, our flare gauge 9 at this point,
Oh, wow.
which is very strange on a tournament level, but if that's what they choose to do, we definitely allow that here. Keby's still holding strong in the full combo at 540. There's still quite a bit of song left to do. Let's see what he can do with it. Here comes the gallop section. Very difficult to time at this speed.
Ooh. Very clean with the drills.
And he takes a full
668.
combo.
Full combo.
And he
What a
had
run
score
by
of
Keby.
1992. That's wonderful. Good show.
All right. Like, yeah,
Four
four greats.
greats.
Four
Wow.
greats. Like the fact that he was basically PFCing everything during that speed run at the end.
I'm very impressed with
Incredible.
the fact that they finished out with a 9 on the flare gauge. That's very impressive. I've not seen that yet at this tournament.
Yeah, I mean that's a very interesting one. It's a choice, right? Because for those of you unfamiliar with the flare gauge system, right? So it's levels between 1 and 10 effectively, where 10 is EX, right? So at EX, everything lower than Marvelous will tick-tock you down, right? So even Perfects will tick-tock you down. But 9,
Absolutely.
it's only greats and below. The problem is at 9, misses and goods count for so much against
They do.
your life
The
bar.
points definitely
And in the rules
do
for
a
the
lot
Big
of
Deal
damage
5,
at that level.
yeah, exactly. In the rules for TBD5, you can use the flare gauges, but if you fail out because you don't recover
will
on the
count
flare
against
gauges,
you.
you get whatever your EX is there. So if there was a miss that had come up randomly, or 2 misses or something
Or
like
too
that,
many greats, it could be the case as
it
well.
very could. It very well could have dropped Keby's score because he wouldn't have been able to finish the song. So very interesting strategy to go with there, but it seemed to work out okay for him. I mean, maybe he's just locked in because he's like, I'm not getting any misses. I'm on flare 9, you know?
I think Keby was really feeling it on that song for sure. It seemed like they were very comfortable with Smash.
And thank you for those percentages there. Yeah, good is worth 10% and miss is worth 30%.
Thank you very much, Dom.
Or on 9. So there, yeah, you could get 3 misses and a good and you'd be dead,
It
right?
looks like we've got King getting ready.